The black janitor's daughter was mocked by engineers at her father's workplace until she shocked them all. Welcome to my channel. Today we will be seeing how this black janitor's daughter got her revenge on some racist engineers. So make sure to watch the video till the end to see what happens. It all started when Jennifer, who was the daughter of the black janitor, applied for the position of engineer at the company where her father worked. Even though she had just graduated with honors from one of the best engineering schools in the country, the hiring manager did not even bother looking at her impressive resume and told her that they were not interested in hiring her. When Jennifer asked why, he simply said that they already had enough janitors at the company and that they do and need another one. He then told her to go clean the toilets instead. Jennifer was shocked and appalled at his rudeness, but she decided not to make a fuss out of it. She took the job anyway, because she really needed money and could not afford to be picky. Still, she was determined to prove those people wrong and show them that she was more than just a janitor's daughter. Every day after work, she would stay late in the office and study. She would read books about engines and watch videos about engine repair. She wanted to learn everything there was to know about engines so that someday she would be able to fix the company's most complex engine. The other employees would often see her in the office at night, and they would laugh at her, calling her names like little janitor or future janitor. But Jennifer would just ignore them and keep studying. One day, the company's most important engine broke down. It was the engine that controlled the factory's main machine, and it had been down for weeks. The company's engineers had tried everything they could think of, but nothing seemed to work. The CEO was getting desperate, and he put pressure on the engineers to fix the engine as soon as possible. Otherwise, the company would have to shut down. All the engineers were stumped, and they did not know what to do. That is when the CEO had a brilliant idea. Why not ask the janitor's daughter? She is always in the office at night studying engines. Maybe she could help us. He called Jennifer into his office and explained the situation to her. "We need you to fix this engine, Jennifer," he said. The other engineers thought this was hilarious. They all gathered around Jennifer and started making fun of her. "Oh, so the janitor's daughter is going to fix our engine?" one of them said, laughing. "Yeah, good luck with that," another one added. Jennifer ignored them and went to work. She spent hours examining the engine, trying to figure out what was wrong. The other engineers watched her, smirking.
Ow.
They were sure that she would not be able to do anything. However, they were in for a big surprise. After a few hours, Jennifer had found the problem. She had discovered a small crack in the engine's main pipe. The crack was so small that the other engineers had not been able to see it. Jennifer fixed the pipe, and then she started the engine. It roared to life, and the other engineers stared in disbelief. Jennifer had fixed the engine that had stumped them for weeks. The CEO was overjoyed. He shook Jennifer's hand and gave her the $10,000 bonus. "You have no idea how much you helped us," he said. "You are a true hero." The other engineers were shocked. They had never seen Jennifer so competent and confident. Some of them apologized for mocking her. Others just stood there with their mouths open, unable to say a word. From that day on, Jennifer was no longer the janitor's daughter to them. She was Jennifer, the brilliant engineer. She continued to work at the company for many years, and she became one of the most respected and successful engineers there. And every time she saw the other engineers who had mocked her, she knew that she had gotten her revenge. One day, while working on an engine, one of the engineers who had mocked her, Michael, approached her and said, "Hey Jennifer, do you have a minute?" Jennifer stopped what she was doing and looked up at him. "What do you want, Michael?" she asked. Michael was taken aback by her attitude. He had expected her to be happy to see him, but she was acting like a complete stranger. I just wanted to say hi," he stammered. "Oh," Jennifer said, rolling her eyes. Well, okay, just then, another engineer, Chris, approached them. "Hey guys, what's going on?" he asked. Michael and Jennifer turned to face him. "Nothing," Michael said quickly. "I was just leaving," he added, and hurried away. Chris looked at Jennifer with a confused expression. "What was he doing here?" he asked. Jennifer shrugged her shoulders. "I don't know," she replied. "He probably just wanted to talk about engines." Chris nodded his head slowly. "Right," he said, still looking confused. Jennifer looked back at her engine, a small smile playing on her lips. Just then, the CEO approached them. "Hey Jennifer, can you come with me for a second?" he asked. Jennifer nodded her head and followed him.
As I walked away,
Chris turned back to his work, still thinking about Michael's strange behavior.
That's...
The CEO led Jennifer into his office and closed the door behind her. "What is it, sir?" she asked. The CEO sat down in his chair and motioned for Jennifer to sit down as well. "I need your help," he said. Jennifer raised her eyebrows in surprise. "What kind of help?" she asked. "I have an engine that needs fixing," the CEO said. "It's a very important engine, and I need you to fix it." Jennifer nodded her head. "Sure, no problem," she said. The CEO smiled. "Thank you, Jennifer," he said. "I know I can count on you." Jennifer got up from her seat and headed back to the engine room. As she walked through the hallway, she passed by Michael's office. She paused for a moment and knocked on his door. "Michael, do you have a minute?" she asked. Michael looked up from his work and stared at her in surprise. Sure," he said, getting up from his seat. "What can I do for you?" Jennifer leaned against the door frame and smiled. "I was just wondering if you wanted to come with me to the engine room," she said. "I have a new engine that needs fixing, and I could use some help." Michael's face paled. He knew what she was up to, and he tried to refuse, but Jennifer wouldn't have it. She insisted that he come with her and help her fix the engine. When they arrived at the engine room, Chris was there. He looked at Michael with a confused expression. What's he doing here? Jennifer shrugged her shoulders and smiled mysteriously. "Let's get to work," she said. Michael and Chris looked at each other, then back at Jennifer. They knew they couldn't refuse her, so they got to work. As they were fixing the engine, Jennifer kept making sarcastic remarks about Michael's skills as an engineer. She made fun of the way he held the tools and the way he looked at the engine. She even made fun of the way he breathed. Michael was humiliated, and he tried to ignore her, but it was difficult when she was right there making fun of him. Chris, on the other hand, was loving it. He had never seen anyone stand up to Jennifer like this before. He could tell that she was getting even with Michael for all the times he had mocked her. After a few hours, the engine was fixed, and Jennifer announced that she was taking the credit for fixing it. Michael and Chris were both surprised, but they didn't say anything. They knew better than to argue with her. From that day on, Michael and Chris never mocked Jennifer again. In fact, they became her friends, and they helped her in any way they could. They learned that it was never a good idea to mess with the janitor's daughter. Jennifer continued to work at the company for many years, and she became one of the most successful engineers there. She was known for her intelligence, her competence, and her ability to fix any engine. And everyone at the company respected her, especially Michael and Chris. They knew that they owed her an apology, and they made sure to give it to her. Every time they saw her, they greeted her with a smile and a handshake. They never forgot the lesson they had learned. Don't mess with the janitor's daughter. All right, folks, that's the end of today's story. Please subscribe for more updates. We wish you a happy day and hope you enjoyed the story. Thanks for watching.